Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And wherever you are tuning in from around the world, I want to welcome you to the channel. Thanks for watching. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. It's time to decide. We're going to look at the charts and see there is a decision looming. What is Bitcoin's next move? We're going to look at a few news articles as well. But before we jump into that, you know what I'm going to say next? Smash that like. This helps get this content out to more people and does help support the channel. I do really appreciate that. Thank you so much to all those people that leave your kind and encouraging words in the comment section. It does mean a lot, and I do read and respond to each of those, as well as I do get back to all the questions left there as well as soon as possible. And of course, the cheat sheet, make sure you check that out. This is my bull run roadmap for success. Loads of altcoins, Bitcoin, stocks, links, resources, free trainings and resources in there as well. And so make sure you check that out. Of course, the Stocks with Josh Discord link is in there, the most amazing Discord on the planet. I'm in the crypto channel there every day, sharing in there, and so make sure that you get connected in there. And that was where I also shared on October 19th about the bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. And so I give the most up-to-date information and updates, the most up-to-date updates in the Discord there. So check that out. You can get signed up below. Okay, so we're going to jump into a little bit of news, and we're going to jump into the charts. And here we have it's time for Bitcoin to decide, must decide. And as you can see here, there was a break above this bull flag. And are we going to break back into the bull flag? It is time for Bitcoin to decide a direction. And are we going to come back into here and have some more sideways chop and consolidation? Or are we going to have a proper breakout and push to the upside? What do you think? Do you think we're going to come back into that flag structure, have some more sideways chops, and a little bit more downside, another opportunity to buy the dip? Or are we going to truly now start to break out as we have done every other fourth quarter for Bitcoin? So 94% of the Bitcoin supply is in profit according to these statistics here. So 55K would be a very interesting level if we do come back into that range and start to chop around a little bit. But I'm not sure that we get down there. We're going to look at the charts at the moment. I'm going to share my thoughts on that. Certainly it's possible, but certainly I think it's less likely that we get down to that 55K. That's a long way away from where we are. Although we were at 59K it seems just the other day, and we shot all the way up to 69K. So anything can happen in the world of crypto. And then certainly, as X Capital points out, the retest is successful thus far. And certainly we wouldn't want to see it come back. This black line is around about that 65K zone. So certainly we would want to hold, otherwise this has just been a deviation above the range there, and we could come back and trade in this area here and certainly come back to these lower levels that are there. And then we do have the cup and handle. And so the cup and handle, we saw it on the gold cup and handle, and we've seen at the S&P 500 cup and handle, and we've seen the breakout here in 2024. We've seen the breakout here in 2024. And so I think it's only a matter of time that we see the breakout here as well. But certainly, how long a handle we're going to get there, mate? it's the handle. Certainly, though, this handle was a good, decent size there. And I guess if the cup's quite big, you need a big handle to pick it up and go the distance there. So I thought there was some interesting analysis there for that cup and handle, but just the importance of really locking in the profits, because again, people like getting super bullish. I posted in there, hey, in the Discord, we got some bearish divergence on the 4-hour, and they generally do play out, not always right away. It took some time for that bearish divergence to play out, and actually the market kept going up a little bit over the weekend, and then we came back to reality. And that is the importance of making sure that some profits are locked in. And the general rule there that I have, and of course, this is not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? Said the great Maximus Decimus Meridius from the movie Gladiator. But I think 3x to 5x is not a bad place. So if you put in $1,000 and that $1,000 investment is now $3,000, then I would take $1,000 off the table, and now at that 3x, and now my original capital is now secured, and the rest of the trade is risk-free. So the first step is to get that house money, is to get your trade into house money, and then from there to go up. So make sure that you have a profit-taking strategy. You know when you're going to take profit. You know how much you're going to take profit, and then what you're going to do with that profit. Have a plan for that profit. If suddenly you got 10,000 profit, what are you going to do with that? Certainly, have a strategy. Make sure you have a plan there. Otherwise, those influencers out there will have a plan for your money with the next shiny coin they're going to attract you to, and all you've done is you've taken that profit off the table and then you put it back in, and then it can go down. So just have a plan. Make sure that you have a process where you are taking that original capital off the table. And okay, all right, we're going to jump into the charts here, and we've got Bitcoin, and realistically, there it is. The tribal trades trend line strikes again. It strikes again just when we thought it had gotten through it. It strikes again, and we could not get above. You can see the tribal trades trend line has been an absolute boss all the way back there to March when we had the breakdown, and it has struck again. And not only are we below the larger trend line here, we are now below this other trend line here as well. So what are we looking at here for the downside? Certainly the obvious one is down here at 63,000, about 500, the 200 simple moving average. The 50-day moving average, though, looks like it's about to cross. That would be a bullish cross there, and that's at 62,400. So somewhere around there wouldn't be out of the ordinary to come back and have a correction down to that area. Even the 200 EMA is really starting to move up and away, and we're almost at 61,000. So that would be a real area to have some bids in here, right here, in that level right there. And obviously, if we lose the 200 EMA, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But certainly we're a ways away from that. And I do like sometimes looking, not sometimes, all the time, I do look at it on different time frames. And if you flick to the 4-hour time frame, you can see, the simple moving average there at 63,400, but the 200 EMA on the 4-hour, is 64,400. Okay, so that likely would provide some support if we were to lose. And remember, I talked yesterday about 66,500. That was the previous high of last month. So we are finding some support right now. So this could be an area to, if you're a dollar cost average buyer and you buy Bitcoin regularly, this could be a place just to pick up a little bit of Bitcoin right here at 66,500. And then if we drop, we've got the 64 level, we've got a 63 level, and we've got a 62 level there. And then, of course, we come down to around 61 level with the 200 EMA on the daily time frame. If we switch to the 2 hours, you can even see now that we are coming down to the 200 EMA on the 2-hour time frame, and even on the 1-hour time frame, we've actually lost it there on that one there, which is not, it's not a big concern that we've lost it there. But certainly, as long as we do hold the 66,500, if we do lose the 66,500, then you're looking at we're looking at coming down to the 65. So you could almost, you could almost put $1,000 in at each level, 65, 64, 63, 62, and 61 down there, or you could split up your buys at any of those different levels that I have given you there. But there's certainly a lot of support to the downside, and I would expect some or most, if not all of that support. You could have this all the way down here to 60,900. But if we were to get down to this level, this would probably be up to around the 61 level. And these are all starting to converge there, and that does bring to a very, very solid level of support for Bitcoin. So, I would be surprised if we went back below the 200 EMA again. This might have been the last time that we saw this down here, but you will never know. And then to the upside, what do we have here for Bitcoin? Obviously, now we've got some resistance there at the $67,000 level. We've got resistance here, and to the $67,000 to $69,000 level is an area of resistance for us to break through, and we've got more resistance above. There's a lot of sell pressure and resistance above, but I do really feel that, and I had said this earlier, and we didn't make it, and for many days I said this, we only got to 69,500, but I was looking for this to be broken, $70,079. If we see a break of 70,100, we are creating a higher high on this trend line. Okay, a higher high. So far, we have not created a higher high on the trend line. We've created a higher high on the daily time frame, but on this specific trend line that has governed price, it has stopped price from going any higher and has prevented it from going any higher. We have not seen a higher high on this. If we break this price level here, we will then see a higher high on this trend line, and then this trend line would be officially broken, in my opinion. Okay, so that is what we are looking for from Bitcoin. It is time for Bitcoin to decide, and so we are waiting and watching, and we have our trade set, and we have our take profit levels to the upside set. We have our buy orders down to the downside set if we were to see any more downside. So we are ready for Bitcoin to decide. And until the next episode here on Tribal Trades, the altcoin show coming up in a couple of hours, happy trading.